It is easier, very, very easy for a woman to forget a man or a guy that gave her 1 million than for a guy or a man to forget another man that bought him 1 bottle of beer on a special day. Yes, it is very, very easy for a woman or a girl to forget a guy that gave her 1 million than for a guy to forget a guy that bought him 1 bottle of cold beer on a special day. The reason I'm saying this is because there's something that happened about 15 or 16 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, way back in Enugu State in Ababa. There was this guy. One day I went to buy something. I went to buy food. You know this mama put people where they sell food for road. Yeah. So I went to buy food. So when I got there where they were selling food, then there was this guy that was sitting by the side, just sitting, looking so stressed and kind of dejected. When I looked at him and on my way coming, actually, I greeted him one after. The way he responded, but the way he responded, I was like, maybe this guy, when he's passing through something. So I asked the woman that was selling food, Mama, can you put me one plate of food and also put 1 plate for that guy sitting there? The woman said, okay. She put the food for me and arranged 1 plate for the guy. Immediately, when she brought the food to the guy was like, because the guy knew that he didn't order any food. He asked the woman, how come? They said, no, it's this guy sitting there, so I should give you 1 plate. The guy looked at me like this and come to me and was like, he thanked me so much. It was like, guy, be like say you are a prophet. Oh. How did you know say na hunger they wire me this place where I sit now? As I sit here now, I dey think where I go get money to buy food. Like even my stomach, my small intestine and my large intestine, they tie themselves together because of hunger. They bite themselves. I laughed. I said, no, guy. When I came, I just saw the way you are sitting. Even when I greeted you, the way you responded, show say, can you they pass through something. That's why I said, okay, make I arrange 1 plate for you. Maybe just take whole body. The guy was so happy. Then he sat behind me. He started eating. From there, we started talking, man-to-man conversations, So when we finished the food, there was this beer parlor where they are around. I asked the woman where they sell food, say, Mama, please go organize 2 bottles of Gouda for me and my guy. The woman went there and organized the 2 bottles of cold, very cold Gouda. The guy took one, I took one. We sat there, discussed. After everything, the guy was so happy. And I was also so happy because at least I made his day. We exchanged pleasantries and all that. So we exchanged phone numbers, then I left. So because I was in that area new, anywhere the guy sees me, he will always call me. Whenever sometimes he be like he call me to check up on me. Anywhere he sees me, even when he was with his friends, he be like, he tell them, you see this guy, where they come now? This guy bought me 1 bottle of Gouda. Not only say he bought me Gouda, he bought me food as well. And used Gouda to add on top of it. Then we laugh. So that made him to recognize me, to remember me as someone that bought him a bottle of Gouda and food the day he was in their need of food. After some months or things like that, then I left the area, you understand? Then we lost contact or something like that. After 6 months or so, we lost contact, you see. So there was this place I went some time ago here in South Africa. I went on an occasion, you understand? So such issue came up, we are kind of discussing about, when we gather together, we start discussing about how guys, how we value guys that bought us 1 bottle of beer, you see. So that particular conversation came up. I also told my guys about that. So luckily, about some months ago, I went to Nigerian consulate where I was to go and fix my Bali, you see. So while I was there at Nigerian consulate, I saw one guy who came also to Nigerian consulate there. When I saw him, I was like, where do I know this guy from? This guy looks like this my guy back in the days in Enugu State. Even his voice, and the guy had a very mark here, very big mark here that I used to recognize him that time. I was like, no, this person looks like this guy. I went to him, you see. I greeted him. Immediately this guy saw me. He was like, I know this face. I know this, because, my body have changed. When I way back in Nigeria, I was very, very thin, very, very slim, But now my body have changed. At least I've added some weight, something like that. So the guy looked at me and said, no, I know this guy. I know this face from somewhere. I was like, yes, I know you also. I even called his name. He said, yeah. Then he said, no, I mustn't tell him my name, that he must remember my name, that he knows me way back in Enugu State. He even say, you are the guy that bought me so thing. I say, yes, that is me. He called my name, say, no be you be this. I said, no, me my guy. He was like, we shouted, we greeted each other, we hugged each other, kind of a thing, We went somewhere. I started kind of talking. So after that, then we exchanged phone numbers again here in SA. So a few weeks ago, we arranged for us to meet. He's staying in Midrand. So he said I should come to Midrand. Then I went to Midrand. When I went there, this guy was sitting with his friend. Big guys. Like, this guy is a dude. When they say someone is a big guy, this guy is big in Midrand. He called up to 3 or 4 of his friends. We are sitting in somewhere there. There's one, this kind of looks like a kind of a cafeteria or something like that. Immediately I came, he told his friend, you see this guy? This is that guy I've been telling you guys that was this guy that bought me a plate of food in Enugu State some time ago, more than 15 years ago. And not only that he bought me a plate of food, he added a bottle of cold beer for me to wash it down. This is the guy. Those guys was, okay, that this guy have been talking about me, that whenever an issue like this comes up, he always remember that about this guy that bought him a plate of food and also bought him a bottle of cold beer for him to wash it down when he was down. You see? So I was like, so that thing I did that time was just a kind gesture, but I never knew that that thing I did meant a lot for that guy, that for him to be able to remember it after 15 years. You see? So from there, we exchanged pleasantries and all that. Now, even those his guys, we became friends. And now, to be honest, me and that guy now, we are not only friends, not only business partners, but we are more than brothers. You see? Because of what happened 15 years ago, a bottle of beer and a plate of food is what united us again. So I tried to tell me that if it's possible for any girl now to remember a guy that bought her a bottle of whatever drink she's drinking, or bought her food. No, it's not possible. Women can easily forget, but men don't forget. Deep down in your heart now, as a man now, there must be this guy that did something for you that you still remember till today. But women, they don't. Even if you give, that's why I say a woman can easily forget a man that gave her 1 million than for a guy to forget another guy that bought him a bottle of cold beer. So men, I'm not saying that you shouldn't invest in your woman, though, but always remember that men don't forget. Women easily forget. Whatever you are doing for a woman, see it as money that you use to play Manchester United. They can disappoint you at any time. As for men, let us keep on watching each other's back. I greet you.